Hello, life hackers. I have the pleasure of interviewing Lewis Howes today. Lewis is a New York Times bestselling author of The School of Greatness. He is a wildly successful entrepreneur. And of course, most notably, he hosts the incredible podcast, The School of Greatness. So first of all, just before we get started, congratulations on all the success you've been experiencing this year.
Thanks, man. It has been, I'm very grateful. I'm definitely very grateful and feel very blessed. But it's also been a 10-year journey. I started 10 years ago. I lost my dream of playing professional football by getting injured and had no clue what I was going to do. Didn't have any money. I was living on 3 credit cards. I was just kind of paying off each one. I was at college debt and I didn't have a college degree yet. So it took me 7 years to finish. So it's been a journey, for people that maybe are just finding out about me. It took 10 years to kind of get to where I'm at now. And I feel like I'm just now starting.
Yeah, they say there's no such thing as an overnight success. It just seems like it from the outside, right?
Exactly. Last year, I went to India for 2.5 weeks to study meditation very intensively because I was feeling overwhelmed and I wasn't sure how I was going to get through it. And I said, I need to take a step back and reevaluate and make sure that I'm still on my vision, focusing on the things that are most important to me, and just maximizing the tools and the awareness inside of myself to be able to move forward.
I love that.
It's again, building teams out or learning something new. I didn't know how to start a company when I first started one. I didn't know how to make money when I first started making money. I didn't know how to hire the right person when I hired the first few people I hired didn't work out. I didn't know how to manage a team. I didn't know how to do any of these things. So we learn it as we go. And now 10 years into the process, in order to get to the next stage, financially, physically, relationship-wise, business-wise, in order to get to the next level, I need to learn something I've never done before. And unless I don't want to grow, then I don't have to learn anything else. If I don't want to make more money or have a bigger impact or reach more people or feel more fulfilled or give back more, then I can keep doing the same things I've always done and I'll continue to get minimal results in growth. But the only way for us to grow is to constantly step into things we've never learned or never done and constantly get uncomfortable and constantly push beyond the things that we're comfortable with. Otherwise, we will grow very slowly. We'll be very frustrated that we're not getting the results we want. We'll get antsier and antsier. We'll feel like we're prisoners because we're not seeing growth fast enough. And we're going to put more stress and anxiety on ourselves. So for me, I try to do things every single day, which I'm sure you're going to be asking me, to put myself through pain and discomfort as much as possible. I seek out discomfort. I mean, I got up this morning at 6:20 and went and ran 3.5 miles and did not want to do it, right? I would much rather roll over next to my lady and snuggle with her and be comfortable and sleep in another 2 hours. I'd much rather do that because it's enjoyable. It's comfortable. But I know getting up and sprinting the hills around here and feeling the burn in my legs and not being able to breathe in my lungs is going to make me that much stronger all day, that much sharper, that much more resistant to any type of stress or anxiety with all the different distractions we have in our lives. That is going to set me up to be centered, to be grounded, to be present, to be grateful, to be healthy and have the energy to take on anything. If you want to reach a goal in your life, you've got to go through practice and do things that you're uncomfortable doing for months in order to get to the playoffs, in order to get to the championship. And I've just applied that mentality into my life. Okay, what is my season right now? What is this 3 to 6 month season that I'm in? And what is my playoff? And what's the championship or the semifinals? And what's the Super Bowl of my season right now? So for me, I think it's like starts with the dream. It starts with the dream.
I have to say, you have the most incredible story about this in your book. You talk about sitting, this was probably one of the parts of your book where I laughed out loud. You're sitting in a restaurant with a guy, a physical therapist, and you're asking this question, what's your dream? What's your dream? What's your dream? And he almost lands on 3 different ones. And as soon as he lands on it, he says, yeah, but that's not possible. Or yeah, but I don't really want that. Yeah. Yep. And so can you tell us?
Sounds good, but that's not my life. Yeah.
What is that impulse of us to go out there and say, hey, Demir, what's your dream? And I say, oh, this. Really? Do you want that? Well, not really. Why do we set dreams that truly we don't want or we think that we truly can't have?
I think we're constantly comparing ourselves, social media more and more. It's like we see what everyone else is doing. I get so many people that come to me who are, podcasters or writers, and they're like, oh, I need to write another book like Lewis, or I need to launch a podcast because Lewis has one, or whatever. I could be doing the same thing about other people. I need to get on the cover of a magazine because this person, whatever it is, like we compare ourselves to what we see other people doing, and we're like, oh, we should be doing that too, as opposed to thinking about what our own dream is, and not what our family tells us they want us to do, or a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's like, what is your dream? In high school, we had a big chalkboard, and the coaches are, okay, well, what is our vision for this season? What's our vision, team? And the coaches will say, always, we want to go to the playoffs and win the championship as coaches. But this is your team as well. So what do we want? What do we want to align to as a team? And then guys will be like, yeah, we want to win the championship. Yeah, we want to go to playoffs. Yeah. And they say, okay, well, here's what it's going to take. It's going to take this, and this every single day. Here's the competition. Here's actually the skill set we have on our team. So anything's possible, but if you really want to make it there, you're going to have to go through so much more pain than you want to go through. Every single day, you're going to have to get up and do morning lifting. You're going to have to do this in the afternoon. You have to do this, game film, studying. You're pretty much not going to have a life if you want that big of a dream to come true. Now, if you guys just want to have fun this season, win some games, lose some games, learn some cool stuff, and bond, cool. Let's set our dream a different standard, and we can have fun and try to hit that dream. And I think if you're not scheduling every single day the actions you're going to take to help you reach that big goal or the vision, whatever it is, then you're going to be very distracted. You're going to be constantly checking the phone. You're going to be doing meetings you don't need to do. You're going to be off the mark. And then you're going to feel distracted, overwhelmed, stressed because you're behind on your vision. And you're feeling like, why am I doing all these things that aren't on purpose? So that's why I think it's so important that you are teaching people how to manage and organize their life and their time and be more productive. Because if we aren't efficient in scheduling, organizing, and optimizing every single hour of the day that we are doing work, then we're not going to have any free time in our day to dream and to reconnect to our vision.
Here, we've learned from Lewis about what a vision is, why it's so darn important to have it so that you can actually have a vision that outpaces the discomfort, the pain that you're feeling. We learned about why pain is good and why we actually can welcome pain into our life. And it's actually a friend to us and can actually really push us forward. We also learned a lot about what, I think we talked a lot about in indirect ways, what Seth Godin calls the long cut, which is that, we don't all have to be looking for some shortcut. Really, at the end of the day, what the easiest way to success is do what nobody else is willing to do, which is go through discomfort and pain, right? And get that failure feedback. So, Lewis, I feel like we're all leaving with so much of a stronger understanding about what vision is and why it's so critical in life and why it shines a bright light on what we don't need to be doing and gets us clear about what we do need to be doing. Okay, Lewis, thank you so much. Have an incredible day, and thank you so much for being with us again.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.